Hi, this is Quinn, and welcome back to Quintech Retro. Well, thank you for coming back for my latest journey. In this video, it's basically a continuation of the previous one. I'm still working on this hard drive case. I do talk about batteries a little bit, specifically lithium-ion batteries, which are all the rage today. And and I show off the motherboard again, I think. But anyway, it's mostly about this hard drive case, and then I finally get it open and show off the hard drives inside of it. So I hope you enjoy this, and thanks again for coming along on my journey. I appreciate you for enjoying my content. If you want to, like, subscribe, hit that bell icon if you're so inclined, if you want to be alerted to all my latest videos. And for the third time, thank you again for coming along on my journey. And without further ado, let's move along with my latest video. Okay, bye-bye. Well, I can't explain to you exactly how a battery works, but at least I know the minerals it's made out of. So, can you do better? Did you know what NiCd was supposed to mean? I bet that means nickel cadmium, which are two. Actually, lithium. I think lithium-ion. They call them lithium-ion batteries. That's what's like all the rage now. This was the Now I get it. Now I remember. This was the predecessor. NiCd, but I'm pretty sure that means NiCad, nickel cadmium. Was the predecessor to lithium. Lithium-ion is like the new stuff. And actually, strangely enough, there's some lithium deposits. I found this out through working at a hotel down in Gastonia, North Carolina. I used to help out there when I worked at one in Charlotte, but they were the same company, and sometimes they needed some extra help. So I'd go down there and work. And apparently there's a lithium mine near there. And, you know, not only do they use lithium for batteries, but lithium is also an antipsychotic. It's a mineral they use to, like, treat mental patients, to help calm them down, help stabilize their mood or something. I don't know. I think that's what it's for. Anyway, it makes them not crazy when they're taking it, is the easy way to say it. I don't understand the whole dynamics, but apparently that's what it does. Or it stabilizes their mood so that they aren't so frantic, that they can figure out how to control themselves, because if they aren't stabilized, then they're out of control. I think that's the most succinct way I can define that. I hope you enjoyed it. Webster's. How about you, not Merrill Lynch. What was it? Something in Meredith, I forget. There used to be like all these competing dictionaries back in the 80s. I know Webster's. What were the other ones? Well, post down in the comments. I know you remember there were other ones. Oh, I have one over here that's not Webster's. In fact, I can show it. No, it is Webster's. But at least I can show it. Well, I said it wasn't Webster's, but apparently it is. Webster's 21st Century Dictionary of the English Language for school, home, and office. The 1995 edition. I must have bought this. Yes, I started taking some computer programming classes it was called TVI at the time, Technical Vocational Institute. I know they've changed their name now. I don't know what it's called. I can't remember. Someone told me about a year ago, but I forgot. But it was called TVI when I worked there. And that's how I met one of my really good friends. Well, that's not how I met him, but that's how I ran into him. Speaking of Amiga, because there was this BBS. And I'm not going to explain all that. You can Google that. There was a BBS in the the mid-90s. It was like around early to mid-90s. No, it had to be mid-90s. Because I didn't move there until 1994. Or move back there. I kind of grew up there from 1980, I believe, to 1989. And then I went off to college to Las Cruces, New Mexico. I went off to college to Las Cruces, New Mexico. And then I ended up in Charlotte, North Carolina. And this was in 1990. And I lived there from 90 to 94. And then I moved to Minnesota, just outside of Minneapolis. Here we go. Who's Lawrence Erdang? I need to look that guy up. Walter C. Kidney, editor, and prepared under the direction of Lawrence Erdang. What is he? Some expert in language or something? And the editor, he just works for Webster's. But I guess Webster's is kind of more geared towards dictionaries. That's what you usually hear when you hear the word Webster's Publishing. You think dictionary, thesaurus, and what's the other one? There's three. The thesaurus does synonyms, and there's some other one. Well, post it in the comments, because I can't think clearly right now, apparently. But if you're smart enough, if you're good enough, and you're smart enough, well, by golly, you'll know what I'm talking about. So I'm back. It's the next night. I charged up this overnight. I was getting kind of tired when I completed my last video, but as you can see, we are at fully charged battery. So, let's continue where I left off. I'm going to attach it up. Now it's got some good power. So hopefully I can get this screw to come out. Well, maybe I gotta go the next size up. Well, there's only one next size up, and this one's huge. I might just have to... Doesn't quite fit. There we go. I think I'm just going to drill this whole head of this thing off. Oops. tools, apparently, it seems, are needed. I need my drill bits. Hopefully they are easy to find. I think they might be in this toolbox. I hope so. These are not the ones I was looking for, but hopefully I have one big enough. Maybe this one should work. More drilling. Damn, this thing. try a slightly smaller one. This is a fucking annoying little screw. Finally. There's a stubborn screw. All right. Gee, that was an ordeal. Alright, all the screws are out. Oh, there's one in the back. Okay. Alright, so these aren't quite as big as I remember. I thought they were a lot taller. But these are both Barracuda 2 gig hard drives. Apparently bought separate times because the logo isn't quite identical. This one just says Barracuda. This one has the Seagate logo on it. But they are about 1.5 times as tall as your more modern hard drive before they made the really small ones for laptops. But, so that's that.